Minecraft speedrunners have conquered the game in a way no one else has, taking on practically any type of speedrun you could think of, and beating the game as fast as under 8 minutes on a random seed and under 2 minutes on a set seed. These speedruns are usually completed on newer versions of the game, with subcategories for different versions, and with the fastest runs happening on version 1.16. But since it first came out, the game has changed a lot. Minecraft version 1.0 officially released on November 18th, 2011. It was a small, bare-bones sandbox that looked something like this. But before that, we had Minecraft Beta, which looked like this. Before that, we had Minecraft Alpha, which looked like this. And all the way back in 2009, before some of the people watching this were born, we had Minecraft Classic, which looked like this. The first publicly available version of the game, Minecraft Classic, is ridiculous. There's no mobs, no structures, and no creative or survival mode, with the game instead taking place in this weird androgynous game mode where you can't take damage, but you also can't fly. This early ancestor of Minecraft barely even counts as a game. So, of course, speedrunners had to try their sweaty, nimble little hands at it. Speedrunning is usually about beating a game as fast as possible by exploring and exploiting its intricacies to the runner's advantage. So, what do you do with a game that has pretty much no intricacies, and which can't even be beaten? Well, you get creative. In this video, I'm gonna dive into the absurd speedruns that people have decided to compete over in Minecraft's oldest playable version. These are the Minecraft Classic Edition speedruns. The first run in this video is an absolute classic of old Minecraft versions. Arguably the first objective to ever be recognized as a Minecraft speedrun, digging to bedrock. It's a pretty self-explanatory category, and one that stuck around in later releases of Minecraft, at least until the Ender Dragon was introduced. The fastest execution of it in Minecraft Classic was pulled off in late 2021 by a runner named Not Aiden. Contrary to what you might expect, it is a competitive category, and Not Aiden's execution of it is pretty impressive. Blink, and you might miss it.
No way, that actually could have been it. That actually might have been it. Oh my god. That actually was pretty good though. I don't think that would have been like the world record, but oh my god, that's actually really good.
To Aiden's surprise, that actually was the world record, as with a retime, he had dug to bedrock in 1.217 seconds. He accomplishes this by, of course, loading up a small-sized world, and as soon as play begins, looks down and tears through the ground until he reaches the bottom. While Aiden's fast clicking is impressive, what sets this run apart is the multiple caves that he spawns above, significantly reducing the amount of blocks he has to break and allowing him to maintain a higher velocity of falling, without that being broken by landing on blocks on the way down. While it might be a little surprising to see cave generation in a version of the game that looks like this, it was originally called Cave Game after all. The caves came first. Speaking of caves, let's take a quick look at the minerals categories of Minecraft Classic speedruns. The objective of these runs is to break a certain mineral as fast as possible, and in Classic, there are only 3 to choose from: coal, iron, and gold. The world records, pulled off by a combined 29 tied runners, look like this.
Why is everyone leaving, bro? Where's
I just got world record!
Kind of thing in the web business. From my perspective, that
While these runs all round down to 1 millisecond on the speedrun.com leaderboard, hence the ties, I should note that moderators manually retimed 3 Blocks Gold Run and Burge's Coal Run to 0.033 seconds each, while Orange Nox's Iron Run was retimed to 0.017 seconds, so I know who my goat is. These runs are obviously ridiculous, and yet they all have dozens of verified leaderboard submissions because speedrunning is fun and people like it. My favorite of these, by the way, is by a player called Booyak, who submitted a 1 hour 20-minute completion of Breaking Iron. The run includes clearing out a lot of cave, building some lovely creations out of gold blocks, and about an hour's worth of just staring at exposed iron ore. This is what gaming's all about, folks. But enough of the silly stuff. Let's get into some more serious runs, by which I mean the longest world records I could find in all of the categories. A large portion of the categories in the game are dedicated to goals that involve reaching different parts of the world. We've already covered digging to bedrock, but there's also categories for reaching the build limit and reaching every border in the game. But what good are those categories when you can combine them all into one mega category? All limits. Now for this category, there are 3 subcategories based on the size of the world you generate: small, normal, and huge. Naturally, we're going to be looking at the huge runs. Clocking in at a whopping 3 minutes and 42 seconds, the world record for this one is by Bayan Kebab, and was pulled off in October 2022. Something that hasn't come up in the runs we've seen so far is just how terrible the mechanics of Minecraft Classic are. Play it for 30 seconds and you'll see what I mean. Basic movement is delayed and sometimes unresponsive. There's no sprinting. You have to hit the jump button every single time you want to jump instead of holding it, and water physics in particular are a pain to deal with. The reason this matters is because in all limits, almost the entire run is just running. The more you're able to master the movement of Minecraft Classic, the less you lose time to running into blocks, and especially the more you can avoid water, the better your run is going to be. And Bayan Kebab felt that they were up to the task, so on October 9th, they set out to challenge the world record of 3 minutes and 44 seconds by sceneries. Kebab loads into the world, and you can immediately tell that this is a serious run, since they have splits prepared. The run starts as planned, with Kebab immediately building up to the build limit. As they get higher, things are looking good. The land is all flat, which is best for fast movement. Normally at the top of the tower, the runner might look around to scope out which direction is going to be the easiest to move in. They'll be running on a diagonal to a corner of the world where 2 world edges meet, then running straight back to the opposite corner, so it can be helpful to see which diagonal offers the easiest terrain. Seeing that all the land right beneath them is flat, Kebab instead opts to not waste even a second, and immediately starts running towards one of the corners. Optimizing movement speed in Classic is a combination of staying on the 45-degree axis as much as possible, timing jumps right to avoid running into blocks, and surviving the treacherous hills. I'm not even kidding, clearing the hills is the most skillful part of this run. Kebab slips up a few times, but generally has a clean run in terms of movement, and is aided by a really strong seed. He only has to get bogged down in water twice in the run. But with the record of 3:44 at the front of Kebab's mind, things are coming right down to the wire, as the clock ticks up past 3:30 and Kebab approaches their second corner. You can see the nerves as they get stuck on a block for a moment, but they regain their composure and reach the corner at 3:38. They now have 6 seconds to reach bedrock, and there's one challenge still in the way. When breaking past sea level, if you dig down too slow, the water will fall faster than you do, leaving you stuck to slowly sink with no hopes of escape. Especially in the first moments that they're digging down, Kebab has to let out all their energy and, simply put, click fast enough, and with everything on the line. "3 minutes, 42 seconds. A truly historic run. But enough of that long, boring stuff. If I know my generation, we need constant stimulation to stay interested in something. So it's time for a lightning round of some of Minecraft Classic's craziest categories. Reach closest border. The runner has to reach any border of the world as fast as possible. In May of 2022, Pruz XD rose to the challenge and cranked out this absolute beast of a run. Place all blocks. Minecraft Classic has a whopping 32 unique blocks that the runner can place in the game, and no one was able to vomit them into the surrounding area faster than Epic Gamer did on December 27, 2021. First, they tear through the blocks in the default hotbar, then get into the meat of the work, getting saplings, flowers, and mushrooms out of the way, along with the weirder blocks like a block of gold, glass, and sponge. Can you believe there were sponges in Minecraft in 2009? Then, Epic Gamer is going to place the rainbow, absolutely bodying the entire spectrum of wool, with this absolute lightning in a bottle of a run finishing at just 12.417 seconds. Truly incredible. Enough about creating though, let's talk destruction. Destroy a tree. The runner has to destroy a tree, which Saturno was able to do with machine gun-like speed on January 30th, 2023. There's nothing quite as satisfying as watching the natural world annihilated. 9 of each ore. This is one of my favorite classic categories because it's just so chaotic. The runners have to mine 9 iron, coal, and gold apiece as fast as possible. And while in other versions of Minecraft there might be some strategy to this, in Classic, an optimized 9 of each ore run looks like what Clutch CPS, a fitting name, was able to do on September 17th, 2020. Isn't it beautiful? Talk about a dominant run. The second place submission is more than twice as long as Clutch's record. Okay, we can't get through the lightning round without talking about a couple of the quote-unquote meme categories. Easily the most absurd category in all of Minecraft Classic speedrunning is this one. Reach Bedrock with auto-clicker. Here's Pig0813 pulling it off in 1 second flat, so congrats, I guess? Good job doesn't really feel appropriate. Okay, and finally we've got Build a House, another meme category. The world record for this one clocks in at 1 millisecond? That can't be right. I guess some people just have really low standards of living. Well, that's the end of our lightning round. I hope you're feeling fully overstimulated and, Sorry, I was just watching some Adventure Time while recording this voiceover. Let's get back to the speedruns. We've talked about placing all the blocks in the game, but what about breaking all of them? In the find and break all natural blocks category, the runner has to, well, you get it. While there are 32 different blocks in Minecraft Classic, there are only 9 different blocks that generate naturally. Leaves, wood, dirt, sand, gravel, stone, coal, iron, and gold. And on January 10th, 2021, Think Later got those 9 blocks in the order I just said them in just 10 seconds. Okay, breaking 9 unique blocks, no big deal, you say. I scoff and sip through a straw my coconut milk latte out of my collectible reusable Starbucks cup. No big deal? Oh, you have no idea how big it's about to get. 9 blocks not good enough for you? How about 65,000? That's right. I'm talking about Minachunk. The only category that Minecraft Classic shares in common with modern versions of Minecraft, Minachunk is an iconic test of a gamer's endurance, ability to click fast, and... well, that's pretty much it. The amazing thing about Minachunk Classic, though, is that, like I've mentioned, there are no tools, and every block has the same density. What better way to encapsulate Minecraft Classic speedrunning than by hoping for a good seed and left-clicking a million times? Well, on December 14th, 2021, CZX did just that, finding a seed with a very deep body of water and clearing a 16 by 16 area all the way to bedrock in just 17 minutes and 25 seconds. This record stood for 10 months, but on October 28th, 2022, something earth-shaking happened. A runner called 49er absolutely destroyed that record, breaking the 17, 16, 15, and 14 minute barriers in one fell swoop, with a time of 13 minutes 52 seconds that no one has come close to. Here's how they did it. 49er spawns right on the coast of a river, and upon investigation sees that it's several blocks deep. This is the ideal setting for a couple of reasons. Obviously, a river means that the natural land generation is below sea level, and the less blocks are already filled in, the faster the chunk can be cleared. Having the chunk in water is also ideal, since the player can move vertically with ease, and the player character of Minecraft Classic doesn't have lungs or require oxygen for survival. Plus, unlike later versions of Minecraft, blocks are just as easy to break underwater in Classic as they are in the fresh, open air. So, 49er starts creating a grid for themselves, breaking a 16-block diagonal into the ground that they'll use to outline the chunk they dig. And just 30 seconds into the run, it's off to the races. And, well, when breaking every block is the same and it doesn't matter that the runner is underwater, there's really not much to say about 49er's strategy here. So, while we watch them carve their way through the earth, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Our upload schedule has been a lot less consistent lately, and to the people who made it this far, thank you so much. We really couldn't do it without you. If you enjoyed this one, please drop a like and comment down below what other funky speedruns you want to see videos about. Okay, that should about do it. 13 minutes, 52 seconds. 49er has made Minecraft classic history, destroying the previous Minechunk record and touching all of our souls along the way. A huge shout out to every runner in this video for having the dedication to take on these obscure categories and really show what speedrunning is all about, despite what any other Minecraft speedrunner would tell you: having fun. Again, thanks so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.